Hey guys, how are you? It's Brian and Brandon here. We're gonna do a little pre-drywall meeting with you guys. So we want to do a little video just to kind of get everything through the house before they start getting drywall in there. Because once they put up the drywall, then you kind of can't see what's inside the walls or what's behind the walls. So I want you guys to be able to see, the pipes and the wiring, the gas lines, things like that, just so that you kind of know where some of these things are. Also going to go utilities, so you know where your utilities are, where the shutoffs are, and things like that. Okay, so let's take a walk. We're going to start on the outside and go around. You will notice there are a couple of drains that are in the yard. Don't worry, we're not going to leave these here like this. They are here. Your underground plumbing runs in this direction, and these are actually cleanouts for the water company. So if you ever do have a backup or something like that, you can call the water company and they'll come out and they will we'll use some high pressure hoses and things like that to flush these out and get your drains flowing for you. Once we get grass in and final graded, then the guys will come and they'll cut these pipes so that way they're flat with the grass and they don't stick up, and there'll be some landscaping and stuff like that that goes around them as well. Starting on the outside of the house, we do have some slinkies hanging down. So these are some of the soffit vents that go for the bath fans, the dryer vent, things like that. So they are intended to be hanging down like that. The guys always leave a little bit of slack there. Once the siding guys come up and put that siding in, they'll put the soffit vents over there. They'll cut those back, and there's some grates and things like that that kind of cover those things up. Here we see a drain that's above a window. And this one is kind of important. This is a secondary drain or a backup drain, and it's designed to be above your window. So your HVAC unit, when your air conditioner is running, it does create condensation, and it has a main drip line that's actually on the other side of the house. If for some reason that drip line gets clogged, there is a secondary drain line, and this one right here, and it will drip onto this window. So if you ever see that, it's letting you know that your main drain is clogged. You either need to unclog it or perhaps have your unit serviced or something like that so that they can unclog that line and you can get the proper flow. Towards the back of the house, we have a pipe sticking out here. This is going to be a water line, so you're going to have a hose connection right here, one of your hose bibs. So this one is designed, we try to keep them in opposite corners, so this one will reach this side of the yard and then also in the back. We don't have patios here yet. We put in patios and driveways a little bit later of a stage when we're doing some of the landscaping and final grading and things like that, just because we don't want the patios to get damaged or discolored or cracked when the guys are bringing in some heavier materials and things like that. But there will be power out here for you on the back patio, and then also there's going to be a light there as well. That's why we have another electric box up high. Over to this side of the house, this is where the majority of the stuff is going to happen. We do have a couple more vents there, so those things will be tied up into in with the soffit vents. We do have that main drip line that I was telling you about, so whenever your air conditioner is running, you're going to see some water coming out of here, and it's supposed to be, okay? That means it's working like it should. So we have another pipe coming out here. There will be a ground rod, so when the gas company comes out, because you do have natural gas here, there will be, they'll come in and they'll trench in a line underground, and there will be a big gas meter that's attached here, and that's where your gas will get into the house from here, and then the gas company will come out and read that meter once a month and send you a bill. Everybody loves those. We have a couple of things going on right here. So we have a hot line, we have a cold line, and we have a gas line here. So your tankless water heater is going to be mounted in this area. And so cold water is going to flow into that tankless water heater. It's going to use gas, so there will be a gas line that comes up in here. Whenever you turn on hot water in the house, we get water flow in there, and we'll start, it will ignite the gas, burn the gas. So we're going to get the hot water, and it's going to flow back into the house through this pipe right here. And you will have hot water constantly, no matter what. You can have 10 people taking a shower all at the same time. You're never going to run out of hot water. It will just keep flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing, and you always have hot water. This particular area right here, we do have a lot going on as well. This is where your HVAC condenser is going to be. So you have a furnace unit or an air handler unit that's inside the house. And then you're going to have a rectangular box on the outside, kind of looks like a car radiator with a fan stuffed in the middle. But that's your condenser unit, or your heat exchanger. So that's going to be here. Runs on some of this electric. Has gas that flows through it and runs into the inside of the house. So these tubes, all these wires and stuff like that are going to be connected to it. And then there's going to be a shut off, a disconnect switch here for when the guys need to work on that unit, that they can pull this out so that they know that that fan doesn't kick on when somebody's working on it. So right in this area, you're going to have your big square condenser. A little bit off from that, we have your electric meter base. So Santee Cooper is our electric company in this neighborhood. They're going to come out and they'll install a meter on here when it's time to get power on the house. And then the electric company will come out, they'll read that meter and send you a bill once a month, but that's where your main electric is coming in. We also have a chase tube here, and this one is for your internet or cable or phone utilities. So they're going to put a waterproof box here, but there is a pull cable that runs through this as well. So we don't want people drilling holes in your siding or in your house or having to tear apart drywall or anything like that to get wires into the house. So we prefab a box that's going to be right here for you. So when you call the internet company or telephone or whatever you need, they're going to be able to just open that up. They can attach their wiring right here, pull that through on the inside, and I'll show you where the other end of that tube goes for your internet when we get there. We also got one more hose bib right here on this side. So this, like I said, we do it in staggered corners. That way we have a hose that will reach this side of the property and then also in the front yard. So that way you can get sprinklers, hoses, whatever you need, all over the place. We do have just a small front porch area, but we do have electric out here for you as well. And there's going to be a light fixture up there as well. So you have light, you have doorbell, and you have power in the front for hanging Christmas lights. All right, moving into the garage, this is where the bulk of everything is. So a lot of folks like to hang cabinets or shelving, try to get some extra storage space in the garage. Just be mindful of this exterior wall. We talked about all of those utilities on the outside where we have a water line down for that hose bib. We have a chase tube for your internet. We have your main water shut off is right here also. So you have your main water line coming in. This is also important if you do have a leak that's not just a toilet or a sink or something like that where you can shut it off right there. If it is somewhere else, this is your main shut off. So you want to come out to the garage, you shut this off, and it stops all water in the house, so that way you don't continue to leak and have a problem with a floor or a wall or something like that. Right on the other side of where that electric meter was, that's where your breaker panel is going to be. So if you do pop a breaker, hair dryers, turkeys at Christmas time, whatever the case may be, your breaker panel is right there, so you have access to that. And we got a lot of wiring above that, so make sure that generally you never want to screw into the wall above your breaker panel just because there's so much electric right there as well. So we also have those condenser lines run down in this wall, and then we also back here we have some gas and those water lines that come into that hot water heater. So there is a lot going on in this wall that you don't want to drive screws into. So if you can avoid hanging some shelving on that side, I would try to avoid it. On the back wall, there's not a whole lot going on. We have solid 1/2 inch OSB all on this wall, and then you're going to have 1/2 inch drywall over top of that. So you're going to have some solid room everywhere to hang shelving or cabinets or workbenches or whatever you need. So this is a great wall to do that. That wall on the outside, not so much. We do have most windows and doors in. One of the doors came damaged, so I told them that they needed a replacement. The replacement door actually just got delivered today, so the installer should probably be out Monday, and that will get set in here as well. As we come in from the garage, we're right into the laundry room, and then we have washer hookup on this side. We have dryer and dryer vent going to be right on this side. Let's see, up towards the front of the house, if we were to come in from the front door, we got all of the additional bedrooms up here. So front bedroom, closet, nice window there. There is some plumbing in this wall. We do install nail guards, so for generally any time that we have some plumbing pipes that are close to something, so just if you have kids or something like that that are going to be screwing posters to the wall or something like that, we do have nail guards where we try to have you not hit things. Coming into the guest bath, we have some plumbing set up there for where the vanity is going to be. The larger drain line is for the toilet, and then we have the shower tub set up there. There's going to be a linen closet there as well for towels and things like that. And we have the middle bedroom area. There's going to be a thermostat right there that will control most of the downstairs, all downstairs. And then we have the back bedroom here as well. Also a nice big closet in this room also. Coming into the big space, we have the big living area. There is some hard wires here for internet, TV, stuff like that. So we have a hard line here. One of those boxes comes into the great room. The other one goes into the master. Kitchen area, a nice big corner pantry. We do have a water line here for the refrigerator as well. So we have refrigerator. We have some additional blocking in the walls here. So these extra boards are here because this is where the cabinetry is going to hang on the wall to make sure that the cabinet guys are always getting into screwing into something solid. And again, with the base cabinets against the wall. So we have water there, so I know the refrigerator is going to be there. We're going to have some more cabinets here. Big corner pantry. Again, more cabinets and stuff hanging on this wall. There's a gas line here that comes down for your stove. Okay, so that gas line basically goes straight up to the roof so that you're just aware of where that is. And then also in the island, we got a lot going on in the island. We do have electric pigtail on each side, so there is going to be power on each side of the island that you can tap into. There's also going to be some electric boxes underneath. The ones underneath in the sink area are going to be for your garbage disposal and for your dishwasher, so that you have power for those items, and then we can see the drains and the water that's going to be for the sink in that area as well. Looks like the trees are blooming in the back, so nice little pretty view right out of the slider there, and also the double windows as well. Got some nice pretty trees over there. Into the master space, nice big open master. Power on each side. Generally, that was where the bed would be, so you have power on each nightstand. Coming in, there is also a return in the master suite. Since the master suite is so big, so there is an air return here, so there will be a small filter there, and I will show you where the other main filter is on the other side too. Coming into the master bath, we have the big walk-in shower. We also have plumbing on this wall. So generally your mirror is going to be here, and we have plumbing pipes coming in for the double vanity. Linen closet, what they call the water closet. And then we have the big master closet. A couple things in the master closet. There is a hard pipe gas line, so on the outside of this wall is where your gas meter is going to be. This is a steel pipe. You're not going to screw into it. So it is there, just kind of be mindful it is in the wall. There will already be wire shelving and stuff like that in here, but some folks like to add some additional things, but just know that there is a gas line in this wall. You don't have to worry so much about it because they did use a steel line there, so you're not going to hit it since it's the main one that comes into the house. You're not going to hurt it, but just be mindful that it is there. We do also have the media panel. So when we were talking about that orange tube on the outside that we don't want them to drill any additional holes into the siding, they can come through, they can attach the wire on the outside there, they can pull it through here, and then all of your internet, stuff like that is going to come right through into this media panel. You have your regular plugs here, so your wireless router, your Wi-Fi modem, things like that can all be right here. That's why we keep this in plastic so that the signal can get out. So you'll have, and it is in a pretty central location, so you'll have good Wi-Fi access pretty much all over the house, and you can have everything kind of nice and neat tucked right in here, and you don't have wires hanging out all over the place, all over behind your TV and things like that. And those wiring for the living room and the master also come directly into here. So when you have the router set up in here, the cable comes in from the outside. They can also tie in those jacks directly to where you're going to have TVs in the master and the living room. One more thing I did forget to show you where the HVAC return is going to be. Whew. Forgive me for sweating, but it is warm today. So we have the main return here. So it's going to pull air from the bedroom area. It's also going to pull from this common hallway and from the main area. So we have one HVAC filter in the master side, and then there's going to be your main HVAC filter on this side. And there are jumper ducts, so even if those bedroom doors are closed, you know, it'll be able to pull air from that area. It's going to pull through the jumper ducts. So even if all the bedroom doors are closed, we're still going to recirculate the air in there just like it should. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a good kind of frame of mind of where some of these things are. Again, most of the issues are in the kitchen walls and on that exterior garage wall. If you were thinking about hanging anything else, but if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to myself or reach out to Brian. We can take some pictures of this kind of stuff too, just to make sure that you're not hitting any of your utilities. We're also going to go around and I'll show you all these things when we do your new home orientation. About a week before your closing, you'll see all these things in their finished state, and I'll go through where all those shutoffs and utilities and important features are then as well too. So I hope this helps. House is coming along great. Thank you so much.